Kia from the Omarama charger. So I'm not charging, we're at 94% thanks to the slow charger we got last night at our accommodation. And our next stop will be Cromwell. So we are currently at 6 bars of battery health, battery temperature. So it should be a pretty easy drive through to Te Anau today, but we'll find out.
Before we arrive in Cromwell, we need to cross the Lindis Pass, and I should probably explain what that involves, both in terms of the pass and what that means for an electric vehicle. The Lindis Pass is an elevation of 970 metres and is the highest point of South Island state highways, and the second highest in New Zealand. Crashes occur fairly regularly, there aren't many passing lanes, there is no cell phone reception, and there isn't another electric vehicle charging station for 110 kilometres, from Omarama to Cromwell. There aren't many places you can pull in and ask for an emergency charge either. In short, it's a challenge, especially for shorter range EVs such as the Nissan Leafs. But I do love a good challenge. The key to solving this one, and any other similar problem, is to reduce your speed. As your speed increases, your efficiency of energy use decreases. This isn't the first time I've crossed the Lindis Pass. In 2017, I was one of the first people to cross it in a 24 kilowatt Nissan Leaf. I only managed that feat by going about 60 kilometers an hour and getting a friend with a Tesla Model X to drive in front of me, breaking up the airstream. However, with my 30 kilowatt, we shouldn't need to resort to such extreme measures.
Kia from Cromwell. We made it here. So I left Omarama with about 90% charge. We used a little bit up getting from where we were staying to the main township. And we drove very cautiously over the Lindis Pass and arrived in Cromwell with 13%. Now, that probably wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't have been driving at about 80 to 85 Ks in the places where it was safe to do so, when we weren't in a position to be holding up any traffic. When there was traffic behind us, I either pulled over or I sped up. But by bringing my average speed down to about 80 Ks, I was able to decrease the energy usage that we're using for that trip and managed to make it here with just enough. I think we hit the warning, charge your battery warning just as we sort of were approaching the town outskirts. So great result. Fully charged now, so we are now at what is that? That's 9 bars of battery temperature, so we've worked that up pretty quickly. But we're at 80% state of health, and our next stop is going to be Queenstown. Kia from Queenstown, or more accurately Frankton. So we left Cromwell on 80% and we got here with 27%, but driving that conservatively. And I am currently at 7 bars of battery temperature, so I'll probably be at 8 or 9 by the time we finish here. And our last charge for the day is going to be Lumsden before we hit Te Anau tonight. So we'll see what the battery is at when we get to Lumsden. We might need to wait for a bit longer to be able to continue going, but so far so good, and it's a beautiful day. We just had a walk down to the river to check out the old historical bridge, and now we're just going to grab a cold drink while we wait for this to finish. We'll see you in Lumsden.
Charles here, and it's post-Boxing Day afternoon, and I'm here at the Shotover Bridge in Queenstown, the historic Shotover Bridge. It's an iconic bridge. It was created in 1871 and something. Yeah, have a good day, guys.
part of the fun, Charles.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Just charge the AD and call it a day, is it? Yep.
Yeah, in theory, but
Yeah.
if it cuts out before then we'll just stop. Kira from Lumsden. So we made it here, and this is where it starts to get exciting. So I charged to 80% in Queenstown, and we got to the Athol Art Gallery, which is just after Kingston, with about 32 kilometers remaining and about 37 kilometers to get to Lumsden. So I was like, okay, cool, let's stop and charge. So we added about 7% there, maybe 5%, 7%. And then we got here with 3% remaining, so kind of really fine. And then now we are sitting on that 10th bar of battery. So we did charge. The charger cut out at 76%, so that means it's sort of in the red zone. But we've just been sitting here for 20 minutes to sort of wait for it to cool down a little bit, and then we're just trying to get that last 4%, because according to Power Trip it should take us 63% to get to Te Anau, and leaving here with 76%, which would give us 13% leeway, which is pretty good, but it'd be nicer if it was 18%. So we're just going to get that last 4% hopefully, and then we'll be heading off on the final leg. So we've definitely thrashed this a little bit, but she's good. She hasn't exploded yet, and with the firmware we've got on here from EV Enhance, it does automatically cut it out if it gets too hot. So we're doing well, and sort of showing what you can do with the maximum charges on a 30 kilowatt leaf. So yeah, signing out now, and I'll see you in Te Anau. I can't accurately describe how hot it is right here, but
It's not unbearable or anything.
maybe if I show you some pictures of people swimming and sunbathing, you'll get the idea. It is very nice. Well, I'm at the Te Anau charger, well across the road from the Te Anau charger, because that lovely Tesla there is currently charging. But I don't need to charge because I'm staying here the night, so I'll be driving to our accommodation and checking in. But I just want to come down to the last charger on my journey, because I am weird like that, and celebrate the arrival of my arrival and completion of my trip to Te Anau from Christchurch. So we made it here. We left Lumsden with 80%. We made it here with 15%. We're almost max temperature. That last little leg we sort of had 15% spare, but we did it okay in a 30 kilowatt leaf. So journey is mostly over for here. Tomorrow we're going to Milford Sound. Unfortunately, my car cannot make it to Milford. Well, it can make it to Milford Sound, but it can't make it back out of Milford Sound because it's downhill there. And there's no charger there. So I'm going to leave this car here and have to resort to fossil fuels for the last part of my leg. And then hopefully next time I come to Milford Sound, I'll be in a bigger battery EV. But yeah, that's it for me, signing off. And thanks for following the journey.